Welcome to the Forex, and here we're looking at the US dollar, and we're looking at this particular move up through here and counting it as 5 waves. It counts reasonably well as 5 waves. However, it could possibly be corrective as well, so we need to be a little bit sort of careful. But the main thing is, for the short term at least anyway, is that we knew that we were ending up here and that we'd be looking for a move down. So just bearing that in mind. If we're looking at a corrective pattern, well, then we'd be looking at a 50-60% sort of retracement level, which would bring us back into this sort of 80 area over here. That said, though, there is a lot of support in this block here. Okay, so that means that we would just naturally see, a move down into here and then a bounce back and then a sort of a testing in there as well. So, we'll be viewing this as an A wave and a B wave, and I got the C wave there, yeah. So we know that the 50-60% sort of down in this sort of area here somewhere. So that's what we can look for. If it's actually a corrective move all the way up here, then the alternative would be a wave 1 here. The A wave and the wave 1 here can both be in 5 waves down. So the wave 1 would be in 5 waves down. The A wave can be in 3 waves or 5 waves. It does appear to be looking like it will be in 5 waves, so it's not going to give us any clarity. If it was in 3 waves, then I know what we'd be getting after that. But if we get 5 here, then we'll get another 5 over here. So if it is wave 1, then this can actually move a lot lower through here. And all this is really quite important because it will affect most of the other currencies. So in the short term, we won't really know a lot. When we're looking at most of the other currencies, we'll be seeing 5 waves here, mainly to the upside, except for the Swissy, of course. But as it stands here, we can expect further moves down. But in saying that, we know that the support comes in at 80.30, the top of Group 1, and also there'll be lots of support in here as well. So we'll be looking at counting 5 waves down here. Once that's completed, we'll be looking for an ABC rally. The euro on the other side of the fence, it's also got a bearish pattern, and we're looking for a rally here. But at the same time, I want to be sort of careful in what we do here. We know that the 38 is the resistance through here, so we just need to count. We need to count the internal structures here for the time being. And this move up through here as the A wave, we'll look at that in terms of this structure here, coming up from the low, in terms of 5 waves to the upside. So at this stage here, we'll be looking at this as wave 3 coming in through here at the moment. We'll look at this as wave 4 pulling back through here in the off session, and then wave 5 up through here. Now this target point up here, well, it's the 13772 area through here. So once the market reaches there, we can expect a corrective pattern from that point there. So 5 waves up here, then an A and a B and a C, something like that, and then another 5 waves up here, which will be roughly the same length as this one through here. So this can be an A wave and a B wave and a C wave, but it can also be wave 1 here, wave 2 here, and wave 3 to the upside here as well. If you're going to be trading through here, if we took that as the 5th wave from there, we could look at in terms of stop. So if we come into this area through here, the 61.8 retracement level would be back at 137.10. So any long trades here that you're doing for the further upside here, for the meantime, you'd have to keep out of the way here and under the 137 area from here. There is the indicators are pointing for this market to move higher. The Australian dollar, okay, just picking up from where we were yesterday. Yesterday we were looking at this little move in here as being corrective, and we were looking for a move to the upside. That didn't eventuate from there, so it can still do it here today, because this, we would still look at this being the strong third wave up here, and all of this being the fourth wave. It can stay the fourth wave as long as it stays above this wave, this first wave up here as wave 1 here. Then that's fine. If that's not the case, then we would need to look at this as an A wave here, a B wave here, and a C wave over here. So it would just become a larger structure across here, an A and a C wave over here. So then we'd be looking for, basically we'd be looking for 5 waves down through here if that's the case. But as it stands, we'll be looking for a move up through to here, as we were talking about yesterday, and then the A, the B, and the C here, and then further upside here. So it's not like we're going to be missing anything. We shouldn't really be in the market here as such here. So we really want either this C wave to come into play here, or we want this at the end of this A, B, and C to come in over here. This is where we'll get our timing right. In between that, you'll get chopped up a little bit, but it depends on how you trade and how close to the market you get. The Euro Australian. So because there's been a bit of a change in the US dollar, that obviously sort of changes things as well. So with this Euro Australian here, just on the weekly chart here, just to get it back in perspective, because we had been trading short down through here, as you know. And look, for this picture here, we're looking for an A and a B and a C here for intermediate wave 4, and then intermediate wave 5 to the upside there, if that's going to be the case. So just drilling into this a little bit through here. This is the daily chart now. So we were looking for that A, B, and C here. And in this C wave here, as you know, we were looking for, or counting 5 waves down, and we had the 4th here and the 5th here. And in this 5th wave here, we were looking for 5 waves as well. So that's the little 5 waves we were looking for in the whole C wave here, the minor wave C. So this, we're tracking 5 waves down through here. And the reason I'm showing this bigger picture for is because it hasn't really given me the nice 5 waves that I wanted to see between wave 4 and wave 5 here. Yes, I can jam them in there and look at them in terms of just drilling into that was the A, the B, and the C for the green wave 4, and then coming down here for the green wave 5. I don't have it there, but I was looking at this being down for 1 here and back for 2. And then we were looking at this being 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 for the 3rd, then the 4th, and then the 5th. Now, we've got this situation where it's moved back up through here. So I got to kind of revisit the situation and see where I've gone wrong. And if I have gone wrong, then it would be wave 2 here would be wave 3 here rather would be in here's wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 into here for wave 3, then 4, and then 5 down to here. So, if we do get 5 waves up, that's the way we'll have to look at it. So if we get 5 waves up through here, then, that 5 waves is telling us that the market's moving up from that point there. Currently this is in 3 waves up, so if it doesn't make a new high here, then we can look at this being failing from here, but I don't think that's the case because this here appears to be corrective here. So if we just drill in here a little bit, nope, we're not drilling in there at all, so I'll have to find another one. Just bear with me for a second. Okay, this will do the trick. So we can see here that just 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 here extension. So look, that will move up from here because this all appears to be corrective from here. Yes, it may go a bit lower, but it'll be heading up through to here. So look, essentially that it does appear that we're going to be getting a a 5-wave structure to the upside, so we can have a low in place here. That's what I'm pointing out. We don't have 5 waves here yet, but it appears that we will, and that would create a buying opportunity. So if we just go back to a bigger picture here somewhere, here for instance, you can see that we've got this A, B, and C here. So if that is correct, then we'd be making new highs above here. So that would sort of open the door up to say, well, how are we going to approach this to the upside? The norm would be to wait for support on the 150, and that's fine too. But you may be able to get in a few small positions here, keeping the stop well out of the way, and then look to add on top of the 150 as well. So, you know, getting a position at 148 here, 148.20, 148.30, 148.50, and then on 49 as well, then we'll be looking for, you know, that move to move up higher through here. But we can expect what we'll be looking for is 5 waves up here somewhere, a 3-wave counter trend, probably not that big and obvious, but you're just sort of outlining the picture. So we'd be looking for support up here. Okay, so moving on to the euro yen and the pound yen have basically got the same picture as well. Now, from wave into minor wave 3 here down through here, we do have this in 3 waves here. So it's always possible that this wave 4 can be in place here. It's just that this move up here wasn't very good looking, and it's in more like it's in 3 waves. So we were looking for wave C over here in terms of it basically sort of moving down in 5 waves here to get a larger A, B, and C wave here. So that's what we're sort of looking for, but I just want to keep a bit of an open mind on all of this as well through here. So we just need to be a little bit sort of careful. So in terms of this market and the pound yen, we just need to sort of in a way sort of forget about this bigger picture, and we'll just work in with what happens in this space here from that high to this low here, what eventuates in here. So in a little bit of a triangle sort of space here, what works in through here, and that's what we'll be looking at here. As it goes so far in this particular market coming down here on the 15-minute chart from the high here, we do have, well, we've got wave 2, we've got wave 1 here, wave 2 here, and then we've got 1 to here, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we've got the 3rd wave here, okay? Now, we'll have the 4th wave here, and then we'll have the 5th wave down. Now, the reason that I spent the time on the bigger picture for is just in case we got the bigger picture wrong, because we do have 5 waves coming up through here. So if we get 5 waves here, that means that we'll get 5 waves again from here. So we get 5 up here. That means that we can take that distance there and put that there. So the wave 4 here is at the 38.2, comes in at 142. So that's fine. So if we get this move up through here, an A and a B and a C wave up here, and then it fails at that point, it's really got to fail here because we don't want, we've still got a fair way up there. But it's just in a bit of a nutshell, if the 142 becomes a really nice support, after we've seen something, a little bit cross here, we've got a nice reference point, we will be going long from that point there. In fact, you can go long on 14172 support there. So if you get support on the orange line, the 72, then you can go long from there and just keep the stop under here because it shouldn't be breached again from this point, and we'll be looking to add onto this point here. The pound yen is much the same as well in its daily pattern here in terms of you can see the clearer sort of 3-wave price action here. So that wave 4 could go there, but it doesn't make this very sort of it makes this more like in 3 waves. Here's a B wave, and then we're looking down for wave 1 and back for wave 2. Now wave 2 was really high here, and if we got a move coming up through here, then that would give us 5 waves from this low here, which would be the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's sort of interesting to us as well. So once again, what we're going to do, even though we've got this bearish picture here or coming into here, we're just going to pay close attention to what's actually going on in here. And if we see support in here and the right wave structures, then we'll be looking to move longer to the upside from that point. But as it stands at the moment, we're looking at it to move to the downside. So the 172 here is obviously the resistance, and being below that brings in a bearish picture. But the small little move off the low here, as we're seeing in all the other markets, is actually in 5 waves. It's very small. It's on the 30 minutes here, and it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's what we're considering here, this being little wave 2 here, and then a move up through here. So we're not really ready to go long. Of course, you can go long, and you'd go long on a break of that there. Or the other way to look at that is to look at 171.30, the top of group 1 there. You would find support on that. You can go long from that point. You can also scale in on 10, 20 and 30 through that way as well to go long through here. So look, basically what I'm saying in these markets is that, yes, there is a bigger bearish picture, but we've got some little positive news coming in, and I just want to see how it grows, and it's tradable. But the point is not to overtrade, and I'm just putting the picture on the table. And if it does pan out, then it's not like I'm telling the story at the last minute, so to speak. So anyway, let's just watch that develop. All right, that's it. Thank you.